Hello everyone. Today I'm going to share some of my experiences and knowledge with pair programming. So many of you heard like pair programming, one of the extreme programming practice where you know two engineers, two developers work together in like one workstation. So typically you have like a workstation, a single keyboard, and like taking turns. But sometimes people used to say like, yeah, two people doing working on same things, but there are like a lot of benefit on that. So let's see some of the things what in general about like pair program practices that we have. So um, a lot of times it's thinking about like, hey, you know, how to um, when to switch the pair. So is it like at the end of like user stories, or is it like at the end of the day? So there's like not a set stone, I would say. But whatever like the team norms works, so we can always like go with that. And and one of the things, as two people like working together, it's always like if you have two different thoughts, or like solutions, options, well, what we there will be like a lot of friction like that used to be there till like the team is like maturing enough. So and then basically like the dominant pair, how to avoid like like a dominant pair like working. So um, it's so here like that's why like having like a keyboard like and one workstation. So the the person like always like the driver should have the control of the keyboard, and like navigator should be like navigating about the solution what to do. At the same time, the driver should not doing anything on their own, so there should be like a conversation on like how it need to be. So so you have to have that listening, and then like then like whenever like you have your switch. So domination is not good. So there are like different types of like pairing, like when two different experience level of people are working in, that helps to knowledge share, and like do that. So always there is a learning irrespective of the experience that the people have, you can like take from the other person. And the main benefit I would say is uh, like a ongoing code review. So when we see like because a lot of times the code review happens at a time where you have everything completed, and then like a pull request is created, so it's late in the game. If there are like changes that need to be done, so a lot of rework and time is going to be there. But in pair programming, as people like talk, hey, what's the best way to do it, so you come up with the solution. So even though the development is a little bit like slow process, but you have like a quality code that's coming as output, which we all expect at the end of this development, right? So and hey, how I pick my pair, like okay, so different teams like do like different ways. You have automated like pairing things, you have a lot of things available right now where you have like the names, and then like it automatically picks the least paired people, like it tries to rotate so that like you have like a chance to work on it. So if it depends on the number of people in the team, and like what you do. So there are like multiple ways, like pair it, or I forgot like the other one name. So teams using it, okay. And so when to pair, when to not pair. So typically like there are like things, you have certain things like documentation, or like like a smaller tasks where like it doesn't like need two people. So it depends on the team norms to decide. Typically like a good user stories, or like you have to like pair, but like any other like ad hoc things that can be outside of like pairing. So there's no again like set thing, so it's up to the team now. So these are like some of the things, usually like having questions on those things, what to do, how to do, and things like that. So then the other things is like about it's always like the main concern would be like, hey, it's a wasteful, like, I have personally like heard this a lot, even like a 20 years old developer, like, saying, hey, two people, like, one sitting and like one writing the code. No, that's not like pair programming. So you should have that conversation flowing. So that's what like is a pair programming, and people like take it like literally like two people working on something, but it's not exactly the same unless they really have uh, practiced the right way. And I was like grateful enough to learn from knowledgeable folks how to do. And of course it was like overwhelming because you have a lot of, because a lot of listening, and then um, like it will like brain drain, so you have to like routinely like take breaks, which is a good thing to get like recharge. So it's always like a break is like a necessary thing. So, and like not sitting, so like time boxing is one of the things. So you do it. So that's what, like, when people say like, yeah, I don't like want to do pair programming because it's like really difficult to concentrate or distract, but you need to have focus, even like, when I started, put on the phone, or because you have to have just like, on one monitor two people sitting next to each other like talking. So that's what like really a thing, so you don't have any distractions, and you don't like, try to have like a focus mode. If you need something, of course, if you have like a co-located team, which will be like a great thing, where you can like get answers and discussions for any other things. So that's with and then like, if we go to other key things, if I try to recall some of the other things, what I would say is uh, you know um, when it might like, you know gone bad, like, sometimes, the way like you pair. So it's not like, when two people are having just like agreeing, sometimes yes, yeah, I don't know. So that's where like, sometimes it might be having like the right pairing would be beneficial. So, and then like, you can like obviously feel that you may not be like going up to speed. There'll be like a slow in the development process by certain degree, but when you see the outcome, you can see, as I told, like the code review is like an ongoing thing. You don't like spend time late in the development process. You try to get those things detected earlier. So um, and if you do like other extreme programming practices like TDD, which should be like, it's all like going hand in hand. So that's where you detect early detection of bugs, and you save a lot of things down the run. So and my recommendation would be like reading Extreme Programming by Kent Beck, which is a must, and that's where like it all started from. And also it helps because once you start doing pairing, you will have like a lot of listening things, and the way you see the software development will be totally in a different set of eyes. And once you practice that, you will love the output, and you will like it. And again, like, it's not like for all the things, so the team decides when to pair, when not to pair. So there's no set, here is a silver bullet that, it works for all. No, it's not going to be there for for everything. Like, we have this no perfect solution. So you try to make utilize of the best thing, of whatever like you can achieve through pair programming. And hope you find this video helpful. Thank you.